Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the LR tier list for 2023 in DBZ Dokkan Battle. Now I don't do a lot of these, I do them half year and end the year. But this is my tier list of the top 10 best LR units in Dokkan Battle right now. And for me, to be honest, I think the top 10 LR list is very strong, very interchangeable, and I think there's a lot of stellar units beyond the top 10. You'll see that the roster of units I've even picked to choose my top 10 from is huge, and I would like to state that I do like to really factor in leader skill, but also that obviously I'm ranking entirely on global only. I'm not including the Japanese units, and yeah, I think that's it. I will say, for me, a very important factor for a unit is how they do it 55% comparative to how they do it Rainbow. But yeah, I think overall we're in a good space. So let's start with kind of like my top, I want to say my top 5, I think is a good place to start because I think that's where people will probably most universally agree. For me, I think I really want to go for full power Goku as number 1. We'll have Zamasu and the Blue Boys kind of sitting there. We'll include the 8th year anniversary LR, and then I think we'll include Bulma. And we'll probably sort these now with Piccolo. So I think we're going to rejig these, but for me, Int full power Goku is probably the best unit in the game for me, just because his whole package is really good. Standby skill is good, the leader skill is good, the damage he does is great, he himself as a unit is pretty accessible, pretty easy to use, and it doesn't feel like there's a huge extensive list of limitations with him, so I think overall he's in a pretty solid space, at least from my perspective. Next, I probably want to put this Piccolo as number 2. So the big thing with Piccolo that's keeping him in this kind of sphere of being super duper kind of relevant for players is the combination of guard and damage reduction. So 20% damage reduction, guard capabilities is always good. He's got a heal, he's got a giant form, he does some good damage, he starts off strong. All of these things are great, and the fact that he has a superhero's leader skill obviously helps him as well. So I think personally for me, Piccolo is definitely a decent, strong, top level unit that, yeah, probably could be number 1 very easily. I think then for me, so I haven't used the 8th anniversary units too much. There's a couple of things that kind of hold me back on them. One of them is that they have Power of Wishes as a category. I just don't realistically vibe with that category too much. It's just not something that I think is significant. And then I think the other units all intrinsically do a better job on the team for me than they do. So I kind of want to do this for me. However, I've seen a lot of people have them here. I know their active skill, having used it, is very good, but I don't know, they feel more inconsistent to me, but that's my 2 cents. The AGL Blue Boys have really grown on me. I think they're excellent in the first or second slot. Their active skill is fantastic, and in Vegito form they really are top. So for me, I think overall they are a great choice and just a fantastic unit, at least from my side. Definitely 100% really good, and yeah, really excellent. Aside from that, we have the Zamasu, great leader skill, lots of really good stuff about him. Has some limitations, obviously, he's got an extreme side to him, so being extreme means that he will get less buffs than superclass units over time, but he's still really good, And Bulma does a little bit of everything. You've got the active skill, you've got the support, you've got all the really good stuff that makes her a really, really awesome unit. Next, I want to have kind of the Majin Buu boys. Then I'll probably say future Gohan is maybe here. I think Trunks can probably go 10th. And then I kind of want to have Gohan there. But there are a lot of really good units here. I think for me, the 7th anniversary units do have to fall off. I think they are super duper solid. I think they're really strong. But I think they do have caveats comparative to all these other units. I think Janemba's great. His guard mechanic and nullification are super helpful. But at the same time, I think he doesn't really mesh up as well with these other units. I think Goku is also a unit that's a ton of fun, but is also marginally restrictive and has some of his true power locked behind some slightly weird restrictions. His leader skill is also not as good as other units, so I'll drop him off. Next we have, Carnival Goku. So Carnival Goku is really good. He has still a really nice kit about him, but there is kind of the sense that he is maybe a little bit too fragile. I still think he works great, but I think Powerful Comeback lets him down a little bit. The LR into SS Trio are a very good unit, and I could considerably probably place him above Trunks. And the reason why is, so I love Trunks as a unit, I really, really do, but the LR Trio don't need a lot to get going. And they don't need to be out long to really make an impression. Within those 5 turns where they have that 3% damage reduction, I would probably argue they are way higher up on this list. It's only really that drop off that kind of prevents them, and even then I could considerably concede them being here and doing something like this. So I definitely feel like that's the case. Trunks could probably still be here. AGL Super Buu I think is excellent as a unit, but I do think he has some limitations, especially in terms of leader skill. I think that's his biggest limitation. Then, it's a little bit difficult, but I think Gohan and Goku are very, very good, but whether it's links or animations or just general kit and leader skills, they just don't feel like they're there. Like, they just don't feel really as present as some of these other units. So I kind of have to drop them off. And then I'm probably just going to leave these guys here, because I think these guys really could be interchangeable. And I'd probably say Trunks and Vegeta, Trunks and the Ultimate Gohan are probably all in the same space for me in terms of performance. I think Ultimate Gohan's great. I think Trunks and Vegeta are great. And I think the Trunks is great. So I'd probably go with this. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye.